issue that bothers me is when a parent or parents don't take care of their children. This is one thing that I've never really understood. I get worked up a lot over this because when I went through the same thing whenever I was little, and now I also have a 2-year-old son who's going through this with his father. This became an even bigger pet peeve of mine whenever my son started to go through it. There are possible solutions to this, but it just makes me so sad that other children have to go through this for no reason. Later on, I will tell you about the solutions to this problem. When I was about 6 years old, my parents got divorced, and my dad actually had custody of me and did everything he could for me. He bought everything that he could, spent all his money on me, and my mom, I know that she loved me, but she was never really there. She wouldn't show up on the weekends, and she never ever once paid for anything. When I went to school, my dad would have to pay for everything that he could for me on his own, so he had to work a lot, and I had to spend a lot of time at my grandparents', which, yeah, I mean, he had to work because he had to get money, but it would just been a lot easier if my parents, worked together and my mom would have stepped up. But my dad had to do everything for me, and I still thank him to this day because he did a great job raising me. Most kids end up going with their moms usually always, but my dad actually was the one that helped raise me and did all that he could for me. And as I got older, I got to realize a lot about that whole situation. Although I never really thought about this issue until I had my own son, and then it really hit me hard. I raised my son on my own and paid for everything. His father decided he did not want to take care of him, and so I had to step up and do it on my own. I don't understand how people just don't want their children for selfish reasons. I understand if there's reasons where they can't or they just need help, but then I think that they need to ask for help. So I had my son, it became one of my biggest pet peeves, but I mean, what can you do? Next, when we think about possible solutions to this issue, well, in this situation, if neither of the parents want to take care of their child, or they can't, or they're not financially stable, and they need help, I mean, you can ask family, but there's always adoption. Because there's people out there, which I think that's a great source, because there's people out there that can take care of your kid and give them the love and support whenever you can't. And I don't believe in abortion or anything like that, but adoption is good. Or if the kids aren't getting taken care of, they can get taken away by the state, and sometimes that's what's best. And then they go to parents that do love them. If you're ever in a situation like me, just having one good parent can be good enough. I mean, I know it's hard and you want to, but sometimes one good one is really all you need. In conclusion, don't have children if you don't want to take care of them, and give them the love and the support that they really, really, really do need. That's so big for kids. You need to spend time with them and not always be working. Because this is the biggest pet peeve of mine, when they don't get taken care of and they're just there and they don't know why, they're just kids. I know this will always be an issue and it really breaks my heart, but I know that I will always be the best mom that I can be.